Belgray. I'm the sole proprietor of Sweet Addiction Cafe and Specialty Bakery. I recently received a grant from the government small business program. I felt like the program in itself was very inspiring, whether I may have been a winner or not, even though I was lucky enough to be one. I felt like it gave you the idea that if you have some form of dream or business idea, that the government is behind you and willing to help you get there. And that's what they did for me. I had a very big dream at the beginning of last year, and I was actually able to put that into motion at the beginning of this year. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, when I first started the class, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this, even though I already have my business plan together. I'm just going to do this just so I can see if I can get the grant. But during the course of the classes, I realized that my business plan was severely lacking in a few areas, whether it was with the accounting or marketing side of it. So I found that very helpful for me. I was able to kind of feed more into my business plan to make it what I really needed it to be. But I thought that they were very informative. They were well put together. The lectures were awesome. And I actually formed very good friendships throughout with my classmates. We actually still have a chat that we're currently talking in. So every little update that each one of us gets, we post it in the group chat. I've been able to get businesses coming in from other persons. There was another baker in the class, and she would refer clients to me if she's not available to do things. So all in all, it was even good for networking and kind of expanding or broadening my horizons as to new people and new ideas. Right now, when I first started out, I was baking at home. I had the occasional orders here and there, and of course there were some orders that I could not take because it was either too big for me or I didn't have the correct equipment. So this grant was helpful in that I was able to get specialized equipment, my mixers and printers, and just some expensive ingredients that I may not have normally been able to afford on my own. The grant was very helpful with that, so I was able to even build my clientele and kind of show what I'm capable of with the more advanced equipment, I would say. So I was able to purchase my equipment. It's, of course, you start off with the grand idea. It was a very expensive idea that I originally had. I managed to downsize it a bit, but I've made it work. I'm almost completed with my bakery at this point. I just kind of really needed to understand where my budget was, where I needed to stay, and that's what got me through it, as long as I didn't overthink anything. So I was able to get most of my equipment. Of course, I had to do some out of pocket, but the majority of it came from the grant, and it was an amazing help. To secure my spot at the mall, I got the check from the government in order to secure my first and last. I was able to, because of the government grant, I know that they have a condition with the Port Authority, so I've actually received my business license already. So I'm officially licensed, and I thought that was a very big help. The fact that the government was able to work together to waive that fee for the first year of business, that was a very big help. Because if I had to, I'm going to be honest with you, I would probably have started out at home, because that was a big chunk of it that I did not have to pay. So that was a big kickoff start, and with the grant money, aside from equipment, just being able to secure for one thing, I told everybody I wanted the grant, everybody was willing to help now. So it really came in handy when it came to securing my location and getting workers to come in and work for me. I know that it may seem as if, oh, you can't do it, but I kind of went in there with the mentality that the worst they could tell me was no. And I went there, I did my hardest, I paid attention in my classes, and it paid off. I was able to accomplish my dream. I'm now an owner of my own company, and I should be open by the end of this month. So my advice to anyone would be to try it, because the sky is the limit.